We have Amrit Beering. Please welcome Amrit. Suk Dhaliwal. Gordy Hogue. Brenda Luck. Professor Kuldeep Pelia. Jenny Sims. And John Wolanski. And unfortunately, the mayoral candidate, Doug McCallum, chose not to attend to give his perspectives to us. Amrit, over to you first.
We have two-pronged problem. First is our population is constantly increasing and it's not predictable. It depends upon federal government because we are not growing organically by producing more babies. It's more immigration policy. So assuming we have some inclination how many people are coming in per month or per year, we need to build housing for them. Since we are out of land, so we need to build high, we need to build townhome, condos, we need to approve them faster without compromising the quality. That needs more staff at city. I don't know where the staff went and why the situation occurred, but we need to hire more people, more qualified people. And we don't need to be biased with anyone like the allegations are. Approve everyone's permit based upon their merit, and that's what we can do. Thank you.
Right.
I have been brainstorming a lot to understand what reconciliation means. I have heard government after government saying, we will do reconciliation, but I have no idea why they don't do it. And what does it mean? Since Europeans invaded Canada, does that mean we all go back? Or does that mean we need to pay money? So I'm trying to understand that. I can't. Regarding housing, everyone is in same boat. So I believe indigenous people have a lot of land. So I don't understand why the housing is not built. As John alluded that they don't own, people don't own houses there. So I don't know who will build the housing. Someone has to. So I really need to understand problem to propose the solution. Same thing goes for jobs. We all have equal opportunity.
Thank you very much, and we will.
What's economics? Economics is people who specialize in manufacturing. They manufacture and sell to others. Like Apple sells iPhone to us. We sell agricultural products to someone. So one way and the only way to spur economic activity is develop some industrial areas where you offer subsidized land to the new companies. Either they relocate from somewhere or they have incentive to open new industries. Come up with lower taxes. You can't higher taxes kill industries. You need to have lower taxes. You have to have ready trained labor available. If you do that, it will spur the private entrepreneurship. It will take care of itself. In addition, I want to see a massive university complex in Fraser Valley along with industrial park, high-tech park, and it will spur massive growth. Thank you.
Suk. Amrit.
There are two approaches to taxing businesses. First is when some businesses are doing well, the governments get greedy and increase their tax. That's a dumb approach. Second is you lower the taxes. Businesses do better, more businesses move in. So your per business tax lowers, but your tax base increases. That's the wise approach, and that's a standard worldwide approach. There's nothing new discovery there. Apparently, in 1980s, we had a big silicon manufacturing in BC. NDP government came, and they specialized in taxing the people hell out of them. That's what they did, and that moved to California, which we know as Silicon Valley. So please learn from this. Lower taxes, increase tax base, more companies move in, everyone wins. Thank you.
Suk. Thank you. Amrit.
The level of crime in a society is the reflection of the society. When there's a more crime, it means something is not right. Most of the times, either there's a high level of unemployment or there's a high level of stress, like locking people down in the COVID. They stressed a lot of people. They have different mechanisms. Some go into drugs, fentanyl. I believe there's a lot of suicides and drug overdose deaths are happening, probably 10 to 20 times more than gang shootings. A lot of people eat unhealthy because of stress, cancer, heart attacks, you name it. There are a lot of deaths happening, simple car accidents every day. So we need to look at entirety. I think we are, just because crime makes it sensational news, we are focusing too much on it. We need to make society overall healthy, give youth employment and motivation. Thank you.
Thank you. Amrit?
I can't match John, but I have taken SkyTrain and bus combination my entire life, commuting from Surrey to downtown back and forth every day in my job. So I understand the importance of public transit. And I also have lived in various cities like New Delhi, Singapore, and now Canada. And the standard solution is we need to think bold. We can't think about build a train to Newton and that's it. What we need to do is we have Surrey map. We need to run a train around it, connecting entire Surrey top to bottom. Whether we do in stages or whether we get funding from federal and province, but we need to think big. And each station, the local feeder buses, and that's our long-term solution. Thank you.
Thank you. Suk, Amrit?
Arts and culture is very important for our artistic expression and for good of our soul. But now that people can't even pay rent, so probably they don't think that far. But assuming we sort out our basic problems, we should build some art centers, some concert halls, so that people have way to get together and mix with each other. And we should involve youth in the schools to, in arts and culture, express themselves more, and it's good for everyone. Thank you.
Thank you. Suk, Amrit, over to you to select.
My question will be to my friend Suk Dhaliwal. He belongs to Liberal Party. He's they are in the governing, and Justin Trudeau is his prime minister. So in last 3 years, two years during COVID, which is questionable, it's a pandemic or not, why did his government, through Parliament, pass the laws, and why did he ratify them when they broke the basic medical principle, first do no harm, whereas the vaccine, a lot of people are suffering a lot of side effects. Why did they?
Please
why
state
did
your
they
question.
say?
Please
Okay.
state your question.
Okay. Why did they violate the principle of informed consent, where when you give someone medicine, you tell them facts, and it's their choice to take it or not? Why did they force on people?
Suk.
I would love to have questions like this. Being a professional, I believe in professionals and their judgment and the advice that they give it to us. The scientists and the professionals gave Prime Minister and the caucus and the members of Parliament the advice that we followed to save lives. And if I look at the record in Canada, we are the leaders. We are the leaders when it comes to pandemic, not only making decisions about the vaccination, but also when it came to support the businesses and the Canadians, 80% of the money came from the federal government. And I tell you, I stand here and defend the Prime Minister and the Cabinet making that decision to make our country a better country, make our society a better society.
Thank you very much. Amrit.
I think in addition to selling the raw agricultural products, we need to build agri-based industries. We should have our own industry. We should not used to import chips and cookies and all this stuff. Building our own industry will generate a lot of jobs, and that's good for everyone. And product will be cheaper and better. It's locally sourced. We can go organic. So I will go for setting up agri-based industry. Thank you.
Thank you. Suk.
I believe every person has some capability. If you are impaired in one sense, you are overdrive in other senses, and we need to find appropriate professions and jobs based upon their abilities, and that's a win-win for all of us. Thank you.
Thank you. Amrit, over to you.
We all live in Canada. Canada is blessed by God with land, fresh water, fresh air, fertilizer, metals and minerals, oil, uranium, agricultural land, ocean and mountains, everything that a country craves of. With similar resources, Russia put an unmanned spacecraft on moon in 1959. We, on the other hand, in the present day world, cannot even provide our own toilet paper. So what gives? We have gross incompetence at federal, provincial and municipal levels. All they give us is misery. For 2 years, they trampled on our Charter of Rights and Freedoms, corrupted judiciary, police and media, destroyed small businesses, injected fear in the mind of young and old alike with COVID and climate change hysteria. They keep creating division in society by constantly doing propaganda about racism and gender inequality, teach elementary school kids about sex and how to transition their sex, critical race theory, anything to divide us, keep us in fear and guilt. Instead of cherishing our natural resources, establishing industries to convert them into finished goods, providing world-class infrastructure, hospitals, schools, stadiums, culture centers, accessibility for everyone, all they give us is taxes, taxes, and more taxes. Even when you die, they slap a state tax on your hard-earned assets. This is definition of vulture, not government. But then they come back again with a poker face and making feel-good statements like a salesman trying to sell a crappy car. There is a quote, "Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me." So joke is really on us. But if you want to change this, you want someone fresh who is not bought out by special interest groups, who is honest and transparent, uses taxpayers' money judiciously, looks into eyes of Justin Trudeau to talk about doubled housing, gas and food prices, lowers taxes to spur economic growth, to generate enough revenue to provide infrastructure, university and stadium, and a city hall that works for everyone.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Suk, you're next. Thank you very much, everyone. Your mayoral candidates for 2022.